Hi, I'm David Council from Inferno Marketing and Design, and welcome to another Insider Marketing Tip. Now in a moment, we're going to talk about negative feedback online. Get asked a lot about this. People are really worried about what happens when someone makes a negative comment on your Facebook page or on your website. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. Let me remind you that we also do a podcast called David versus David. If you are really interested in a small business or medium-sized business and the marketing and things that you can do to help improve it, then please check out our podcast, David versus David. You'll find it in the iTunes store. It's free to download. And also remember, if you know someone who could use some help with their advertising and marketing, then please put them in touch with us or us in touch with them. We'd love to have a chat. And to say thank you to you, we'd love to send you a bottle of Tasmanian wine just for putting us in touch with the people. Remember, there's no pressure. We don't push them to actually do anything with us. We're just happy to have a chat with someone who's interested in marketing. Okay, let's talk about negative feedback online. At some point, your business is going to have someone put up something that's just not favourable about your business. So what are you going to do? Did you know that less than half, 45% of all businesses have actually sat down and thought about this and composed a policy on how they're going to handle it? 45%. That's not very many. So I suggest that you sit down and do it. It's something you can then share with your staff. In fact, you should also share it on your website. That way no one's going to say, well, I didn't know that if I placed a comment on your website that you would do this. It's very easy just to publish it and have it there. Put it down the very bottom of your web page so that anyone who's looking for it can find it. It should be part of the policy for your business on how you handle it. But the big question is, how do you handle negative comments online? Well, the first thing to consider is, don't confuse what is legitimate feedback with people who are out there being internet trolls and posting negative, nasty information about your business. You're always going to have someone who's not happy with something that you've done. It's just that these days there is an outlet for them to place it in a public forum. In the past, they'd probably ring you up and give you an earful on the phone or come into your shop and yell at your staff. Well, these days they hide behind a bit of anonymity and they put it up online. So one of the first things you should do is make sure that your business is not listed on places where you can't moderate the comment. Now there is one place that I can think of on the top of my head, and that's True Local. They don't let you moderate a post. If someone places something negative up there, they moderate it. And all you can do is just protest about it. That's not ideal. So make sure that you've got a say in the moderation of negative comments that are going up about your business. But there are so many places that comments can be placed up. Did you know, for example, that there's a review section on Google Maps that people can place up? And anything that's to do with Google has good SEO power. So you also need to moderate it and make sure that you're on top of what people are posting up there about your business. So if someone does post a negative comment about your business, what are you going to do? Well, the first thing is, make sure you address it straight away. Acknowledge that you've seen their post and ask them to contact you offline so that you can discuss it with them. That at least will sort out whether they're a real person or not a real person. And if they're not a real person, then of course you've got an opportunity to have that negative comment taken down. After all, it could be anybody that's posted a negative comment up there. However, if they are a real person, there's a couple of things that you don't want to do. You don't want to get into an argument with them over the review format, where they say something, you say something back, like at a tennis match, hitting backwards and forwards. That just comes off looking really badly. What you want to do is make sure that you get them off the review forum as fast as you possibly can and address them person to person and try and solve their problem if you possibly can. And once you have solved their problem, ask them to take their negative comment down, and that way it will disappear forever. However, if you get caught in a situation where you're having an argument with a person in a forum, like Facebook, for example, the only person that's going to come off looking badly is you. So get them off the site as fast as you can and talk to them person to person. For that matter, if you do have a Facebook site, make sure that all of the posts that go up on your Facebook site are moderated. That means you see them before the rest of the world sees them. And that gives you an opportunity to deal with them. So if they have posted a negative comment, you can be prepared before you release that comment to the rest of the world so that your message goes up straight away saying, hey, I'd like to talk to you about that. That's not something that normally happens in our business. We'd love to have a chat with you about how we can rectify that situation. However, it also gives you the opportunity to not let that comment go up at all. And remember, there is a difference between someone who's giving feedback and someone who is a troll. Don't try and protect yourself from people who are just offering feedback, because it is good to be seen that you do deal with people who are having problems fairly and you solve their problems. It's only trolls that we're trying to get rid of. Also importantly, don't react. Don't go on the front foot, go on the defensive and try and put them back into their place. That's a bad situation. When you see a negative comment go up, you are going to be shocked. After all, you love your business. Everyone loves their own business. And it's inconceivable that someone else wouldn't love your business the way that you do. However, if you react, and if you're seen to react in a front foot sort of way where you're trying to put them back in your place, once again, the only person who's coming off negatively is you. So don't do that. Remember, the thing that you are trying to achieve on any site where reviews are going up is a sensible dialogue, sensible conversations had by sensible people, not by people who want to react. I've seen some terrible ones over the years where they go on for pages and pages and pages with people just being in the moment and having an argument. It can be quite funny, but from a business point of view, it's a negative and you don't want to be involved in that. Anyway, there's some tips on how to handle negative feedback on either your website or a review site. If you'd like some help with anything to do with your advertising and marketing, or maybe you've just got some questions about how to handle negative comments, then please give us a call here or shoot us an email at Inferno Marketing and Design. We'd love to talk to you about anything to do with you and your business. Until next time, I'm David Council. I look forward to talking to you about you and your business in the very near future.